As winter arrives in the southwest, Jean-Claude becomes something of a hermit. He'll spend the next 2 months burrowed away in his distillery. The heat from his fire mixes with the vapors of alcohol as he produces his brandy with great precision.
I shut the draft of the fire to lower the pouring temperature. This is the only control I have. The heat has to be steadily brought down to get a good brandy.
Jean-Claude uses local stills from the Charente region, meaning he can achieve a double distillation. The liquid passes twice through these pipes, making the flavors more concentrated.
This is a very sweet brandy. Because of a late summer drought this year, we've had some really ripe grapes. It smells like roses. We have a good aroma and some good flavor. We should get a good vintage.
Once distilled, the brandy will sit and patiently mature in this shed for several decades. It's Jean-Claude's treasure.
The flavor is quite spicy and woody. It's a well-matured brandy.
Back on the surface and further west, the beam from the lighthouse on the island of Aix sweeps the horizon. The sun has barely risen, but the Bernol family are already up. 3 years ago, Virginie, Cyril and their 2 children came to live at the bottom of the old radio transmission tower.
Off we go.
The island of Aix is their garden, measuring 600 meters wide and 3 kilometers deep.
On this side, there's the forest, which is quite recent. Then there's the village, which is surrounded by the moat and the ramparts. And then there's the headland with the lighthouses. This is the best time of day, when the sun is coming up.
But it's a view that Joseph and his dad have no time to take in.
Okay, see you later. Let's go, Jojo. It's very quiet. You could even say it's deserted. It's the opposite of what most people deal with in the morning.
Cyril has experienced that kind of hectic life. When he turned 40, he left the big city to become a cobbler. Each week he heads back to the mainland to pick up his customers' shoes. It's a way of life that he enjoys.
There are people who live right in the middle of the city and who are much more isolated than we are. We're really lucky to work here. There's calm, tranquility, and silence, but there's no isolation or loneliness.
During winter, the holiday homes remain boarded up. The sound of Catherine's bike is one of the rare noises in the village. This postwoman has been a linchpin in the community for 20 years, especially out of season.
I need to find the perfect slot to drop the mail off. There we go. People open their doors to me. They like to chat and get all the village gossip, especially those who don't venture out, like the elderly. Good morning.
Hello, Catherine. How's it going?
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
The paradox of this island is that the busiest people are in fact pensioners. Charles and Jean-Pierre are heading out towards the rocks, but a recent storm has hit hard.
It's washed everything away. Even the mussels are gone. There are none left. It's a sort of ritual. It all depends on the tides. You don't fish for the same thing every day.
Today, they found wild oysters.
You always need to drain them a little.
It's a catch that they always like to share with their neighbors.
I like winter. It's nice and quiet. We've lost them. They're already talking about fishing.
The sunny days of summer will soon bring back the hordes of tourists. But until then, the locals have several weeks left to enjoy the hidden charms of their island in winter.